My people, wonder shall never end. Like, hey, let me just announce it to you now. Let me just inform you we are in a military era. Why did I say that? Because how can the government be going after people who participated in the end hunger protest? Like, don't people have a right to protest? So are people supposed to take the hardship and all the struggles and everything that we are facing economically in this country? We should just take it sitting down, like we should just relax and enjoy. We should just continue suffering while our governments are enjoying, embezzling money, our corrupt leaders, sponsoring their families overseas. Why there are some people that have not even gotten to the airport before in this country? See, the one that happened during the ENSA's regime, I think is just a tip of the iceberg. You guys remember that during that time as well, these people started going after people in quotes that they think sponsored the protest. Number one, to start with, is it a crime to sponsor protest? Is it a crime to participate in protest? Is it a crime to even lead a protest? Hey, God, oh. I don't tire for this country. Oh, imagine the flimsy excuse that the NLC president was invited for an interrogation, saying that he harbored somebody that is involved in terrorism act, or he harbored somebody who is involved in terrorism act or financing terrorism. So protest is now related to terrorism. Hey, God. You all, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Like this video, leave your opinions in the comment section below. In an exclusive report, Sahara Reporter, a notable online news platform in Nigeria, revealed that it has it on good authority the key question that dominated the interrogation of Comrade Joe Ajaero, Nigerian Labour Congress president, by the Nigerian police in Abuja on Thursday. Recall that the Labour leader honored the police invitation extended to him over a week ago on Thursday. Comrade Ajaero honored the invitation by the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team in the company with his lawyer, Mr. Femi Falana-san, and other human rights lawyer, and another human rights lawyer, Deji Adeyanju. Comrade Ajaero had been invited by the Office of the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Intelligence Response Team, IRT, over allegations of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cyber crime. The invitation, detailed in an official letter, required Comrade Ajaero to appear for an interview on Tuesday, August 20, 2024, at the IRT complex in Guzampe District, Abuja. But he declined to honor the invitation on account that it was too sudden and that he had other official engagements scheduled for the same date. Legal counsel of NLC, Femi Falana-san, had written the police authorities informing them that his client could only honor the invitation on the 29th, 2024. Eventually honoring the invitation, Comrade Ajaero attended the police meeting with Mr. Falana, Mr. Adeyanju, and the leader of police IRT unit, DCP Sanusi Mohammed. During the meeting, Comrade Ajaero was questioned about a certain British-Russian citizen. The meeting lasted a brief 20 minutes, during which the Labour leader strongly condemned the August 7 invasion of the NLC headquarters. He expressed frustration over the formal invitation, suggesting a simple phone call or text would have been more appropriate. Sources reveal that Comrade Ajaero was flanked by agents from the Department of State Services, DSS, National Intelligence Agency, NIA, and other intelligence agencies. It was learned that their main question to Comrade Ajaero centered around a certain British-Russian citizen running the NLC bookshop, whom they claim was suspected to be trying to destabilize Nigeria. Recall that on Tuesday, it was reported that the IRT on Monday evening arrested Adeyemi Abayomi Abiodun, an employee of Mr. Drew Povey, who runs Eva Valley Bookshop at the Labour House, NLC headquarters in Abuja. It was learned that the police team picked up Abiodun at around 6 p.m. on Monday. Last Wednesday, August 21, 2024, it was reported that the police raided the home of Drew Povey in connection with the End Bad Governance protest and alleged terrorism financing. Earlier that Wednesday, a similar raid was reported on the home of Stars of Nations Schools principal Ellen Batubo at Serenity Estate, Kashi in Nasarawa State, also related to the protest. Note that Batubo is related to Mr. Povey. Last Tuesday, it was reported that the school administrator had been invited by the IRT over allegations of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cyber crime. During Thursday's meeting between police and Comrade Ajairo's legal team, led by Mr. Falana, security operatives failed to produce evidence linking Ajairo to terrorism. Instead, they cited his residence on Abuja's outskirts as a reason for suspicion, implying it was unusual given that he could afford to live in posh areas in the Federal Capital Territory. Mr. Falana's team countered, questioning living outside affluent areas constitutes a crime in Nigeria. The police were reportedly baffled, downplaying the issue's severity and stating that Comrade Ajairo's presence wasn't necessary. They then alleged that a British-Russian funded detained End Bad Governance protesters, but the legal team challenged this, asking if protesting or sponsoring protest is illegal. One of the sources said, when they raised the issue of Ajairo living on the outskirts of Abuja, the legal team led by Falana asked if it is a crime to live on the outskirts of Abuja while living legitimately in Nigeria. They, however, said they found that the British-Russian man sent money to some End Bad Governance protesters now in detention. But this was also shut down by the legal team, who asked the police if it is a crime to protest or sponsor protest. After some back and forth, the legal team told the police and security agents present to release all the protesters in detention and that there is no such thing as treason or terrorism in the weak case they presented. They also noted that if they have evidence, they should charge the suspects in their custody and present it in the court. Following the meeting, Comrade Ajairo has since returned from the IRT complex. He was accompanied back to the Labour House at about 11:30 a.m. by the Deputy Lead Counsel Maxwell Opara from the Falana and Falana's chambers and some other lawyers. He said he was not deterred or discouraged, adding that he would continue the struggle for the implementation of a new minimum wage that was signed into law by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said, "We have gone there and we are back, and you can't do this job we are doing without this type of hazard. It's expected. For those of you who called me, I told them this is the hazard of the job. Even at the unit level, some of us experienced this. As far back as 1998, I was telling Falana We were together in the cell, enjoying ourselves in the time of Abacha. What is important is the circumstances that took me to that place, and whatever it is, we are out to continue the struggle. We have gotten minimum wage, which has not been implemented, so we have to press for its implementation as soon as possible. Every other thing that will make the welfare of Nigerian workers worthwhile, we will be involved in it. We will not listen to any distraction. On behalf of the NLC, NAC, NEC, and CWC, for the level of the solidarity they have shown here, I want to say thank you. Meanwhile, human rights activist and convener of the Resolution Now movement, Omoyele Sowore, has announced that the planned fearless nationwide protest in October 2024 will not stop until the Nigerian government meets the demands of citizens. Sowore mentioned this while speaking on a Twitter space conducted by the News Central TV on Thursday. The next phase of the nationwide End Bad Governance protest, starting October 1st, seeks to tackle Nigerians' bad governance issues. He said the protest, scheduled for October, is an avenue for Nigerians to express their displeasure on various issues affecting the country, including corruption, insecurity, and economic hardship. You all, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.